Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You may notice something has changed a little bit. First of all, I want to give an ode to Forrest by this hat, his Yellowstone hat I've had for the longest time. I dug it out the other day and I started wearing it because it matched my khaki pants. Pretty sick hat. It's legit leather. Anyways, I've been going through withdrawals, and that's about the least that could be said about watching someone else find the treasure. And with the price of gold and silver skyrocketing over the past few months, I can only imagine how much that treasure is worth now. If it was worth 1.5 million then, how much would it be worth now, especially with each of those coins going up in value roughly about $600-700 if they're 1 ounce coins. I don't know. I'm still so upset isn't the right word, but disappointed that we don't know exactly where the treasure was found. But due to the treasure being found, it's kind of just had me thinking about like, well, what's next? I don't know if you guys are a lot like me, but I love the quest. So I grew up in Sacramento, California. Sacramento is the capital of California, but which is surprising to a lot of people. But the reason why it is so is because of the events that happened in the 1850s, because it's where the gold rush started. And so I grew up my whole life learning about the history of the gold rush and kind of like the origins of Sacramento as a city, right? So near my house, about 20 minutes away, is Coloma, which is where gold was discovered in 1848. I've known about these stories, and just kind of like, this idea of treasure is something that is just kind of ingrained in everyone from Sacramento, because that with hand tools and a little wooden sluice box, these guys are able to pull gold out of the ground. Imagine, and they didn't get it all, right? Like where I'm from, there's no way they could have got it all with a gold pan without modern technology. My dad and I have always joked about, starting the second gold rush up there with metal detectors and whatnot. Anyway, so about 2 years ago, I was at church, and this guy, I live in Los Angeles, so this guy came up to me and we started talking, and he found out I was from Sacramento, and I kid you not, he pulled this out of his pocket and gave it to me. This is a rock. If you look closely, you can see this is from Sacramento. It's a quartz rock, and inside is gold. Now, I don't know how much gold is in this rock, but this is legitimate gold. In order to actually find value in it, you would have to break it apart, melt it down. I would guess, within this rock, I'm assuming it's probably about consistent throughout. There's probably about 3 grams of gold in this rock. Right now, a gram of gold is worth $62. So this rock is, in my opinion, probably worth, if you extracted the gold, or even just as is worth around $200. This stupid rock, I shouldn't call it stupid, but to the passerby, there's nothing really to see here. It's just like, is that even real gold? How do we know? This is gold. There's gold in this rock. So I've been starting to get into studying, gold and silver trading and understanding gold and silver ratios and whatnot. Well, it prompted me to buy a few things of silver. This is a 1 kilo bar from a mint in the UK that I found on OfferUp. I spent $900 on this, and it makes me feel like a pirate. I feel so cool. I feel like Captain Jack because I'm holding physical bullion. Like I own it. I mean, whatever, $900, whatever, man. But to me, it's really cool. If this were gold, this would be worth about $70,000 roughly right now. So it's not gold. It's just silver. But if it were gold, I probably wouldn't be showing it on camera. But my wife and I have been kind of getting this itch that we have to find something. We didn't find the Fenn treasure. We got to find something. What do I need to do? Go up to Sacramento with a sluice box and a metal detector? And I was like, you know what? Why not? And so I started watching some YouTube videos and channels on other people, old guys, old prospectors, as well as guys that go scuba diving in rivers and lakes and look for stuff. And man, it just seems so exciting to me. I don't even care if it were just a hobby that I didn't make money on. It's just so much fun. The thrill of the chase that Forrest got me on has kind of inspired me a little bit, and going back to my roots, that I feel like I just have to find stuff. I don't care what it is at this point. About 10 years ago, there was this massive drought in Northern California, and my brother and I went out to Folsom Lake, which is really like the only major body of water in the Sacramento area. And Folsom Lake, the levels were so low, they're back to where the lake was before the Folsom Dam was built. So there was like these, cities that were, I don't know if you call it a city, but part of a city that was submerged underwater. Even that was exposed. And so my brother and I are like, dude, there's got to be something out here. So we went out with my dad's metal detector, and we found out really quick that just because the water is receded, that does not mean that the soil is dry as a bone. In fact, it was really wet. Like we made it about all of 20 feet into what used to be water, and we were stuck up to our knees in mud. But alas, with the metal detector, we were able to find some tin cans from probably like 60 years ago. I found a wakeboard fin that I sold for like $40 on eBay. And honestly, it was just really, really fun. And just watching what's going on with commodity prices and realizing that what might have seemed like a modest way to make money or a modest hobby a few years ago, we're talking about $2,000 an ounce for gold. If you found an ounce of gold every week, which is not that insane, right? That's really not that insane. It's what, about like maybe 31-ish grams of gold in an ounce, and that's not an unreasonable thing to find gold panning or with a metal detector and find little nuggets here and there. That'd be not only a fun hobby but also profitable. So with that, I want to introduce this channel, Trove Less Traveled, an ode to Forrest. It's a word that comes out of the poem, as well as kind of how I live my life. I've always done things that are very unconventional, things that other people aren't doing, and not even that I'm like first to market or I'm outsmarting people, just because I like doing things that other people don't do. Like going and looking for Forrest Fenn's treasure 1,500 miles away from where I live on a whim. That's just kind of the person that I am. And I've kind of turned my wife into a bit of an adventurer. She comes from a very rural part of Australia where people don't really do crazy things, and I'm kind of one of those people that does crazy things. So guys, I want to know your ideas, your thoughts. What have you been up to since the treasure's been found? What treasures are you looking for? What are your thoughts about the recent spikes in commodity prices? How has that changed your view on looking for treasure, and not just hunting on a whim, but actually, from the standpoint of a livelihood? That it's like, at least right now, gold miners are making an absolute killing. And has that inspired you to take any action to go out and start looking for things yourself, or storing up, like me, storing up silver or gold? I'm not rich enough to afford gold, but at least silver. I have not a couple of these, but I do have about twice as much silver as this. So I have like a little under $2,000 worth of silver to my name, which is not that special, but it's special to me. I feel like a pirate. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the name of the channel? What you think about some of the things I want to do? Give me some ideas. Give me some criticisms. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down and tell me why. Don't just do it aimlessly. What would you like to see me do? The meager following that I built off the name of Forrest Fenn, and I kind of want to go out and do something for myself and not only entertain but inspire other people to be the best version of themselves and to make a difference in the world. So some of my inspirations have been Man Plus River, and another one is D Almighty, DALLMYD. Such a cool YouTuber. He goes out with a metal detector in the water, and if he finds cell phones or whatever, he tries his hardest to return it to the owner. I just think, like, spreading positivity, cleaning trash out of rivers and lakes, as well as finding treasure. Freaking awesome, and I love it, and I'm inspired to do something similar. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment, even if it's negative. Like, I honestly don't care. I really don't care. I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm not changing my tune because I'm hoping for a huge following. I just want to inspire and bless people's lives and give away a little bit of entertainment for free along the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much who have followed my channel over the past year or so that I started posting Forrest Fenn videos. It's people like you that have really inspired me to continue the hunt, because I, like many of you, love the thrill of the chase. So with that, guys, God bless, have a great day, and if you're not subscribed to Trove Less Traveled, get ready for some fun stuff. Go ahead and subscribe. Thanks. Goodbye.